Hello everyone, my name is Kristen. I'm an artist and teacher living in a small town on Lake Simcoe in Ontario, Canada. Today I am going to be showing you my process to complete a watercolor painting of lilacs. Lilacs are one of my favorite flowers, and the bushes in my backyard are blooming right now, so I'm taking this opportunity to paint them before they're gone. First thing I'm going to do is create a grid to help with proportions and for sketching the flowers. I'm going to practice various blooms. These are the 3 paintbrushes I use. You're going to need a ruler, a pencil, water bottle, 2 containers of water, palette, some tissues or paper towel, watercolor paper, and an eraser. First things first, I'm going to create a wash of my favorite color, turquoise. First I wet the page and then I apply the turquoise color, dropping it into the wet puddles on the paper. Next, I am putting in the vase. I'm adding some more water to the page and creating these blobs of a lilac color from my palette, and then pulling a darker color in as well. I try to do light, medium, dark tones to add depth in it and mood. And here I am adding a darker tone of purple. And finally, I'm adding Payne's Gray and some raw umber, as well as some purple to create the darkest tone. To add contrast. Now I'm adding some interest and line work with various silhouettes of the blooms that I practiced earlier. Really, it's just dots and dabs and a few crosses. Now I am going to wet the areas that I'm going to create leaves. So I'm wetting the area and dropping this light green color into the puddles. This is a wet on wet technique, and it helps keep things soft. Now I'm adding an olive color, mid-tone, and I'm pulling out some of the color so that there's some variety of light, medium, and dark areas. Now adding in the branches and some Y shapes and V shapes here and there. You can refer to your inspiration photo or just do it by feel. Now I'm adding various tones and values of purple as well as green and browns and grays. Now I'm going to do the table. So I'm going to use raw umber, raw sienna, Payne's gray, and ultramarine blue, and just going to layer and create glazes of color over and over the area, and with some dry brushing add some texture. And now I'm showing you how to flatten the paper. You turn the paper over, wet it, and then put it between something heavy. This is an acrylic marker just to add some highlights and interests. If you prefer, you can use the traditional method of masking out the areas first before applying your pigment. Either way, you want to leave some white areas on the page just to keep things open and airy and soft and light. Now I'm adding in the Payne's gray with some of the dark purple to the bottom and right hand sections of the lilac. And this is adding depth and dimension. Again, adding some of these tones to the vase on the right hand and bottom edges. And now adding that white acrylic pen, scratching in some white areas for texture and interest. Some lines, dots, and dabs to the left top parts of the vase to create highlights and contrast. I also added the white marker to the left and top portions of the lilac blossoms to show the sun reflecting down onto the lilacs. Just brightens everything up. I feel like when you add the white to the paper or reveal the white when you use the masking fluid or the masking tape and pull it up, it's where the magic happens. It really brings life and personality to your watercolor. Here I'm just creating some interesting shapes and pattern, squiggles, dots, dashes for interest and movement. And now I'm adding some gold shimmer to the painting. Thanks a lot, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.